I was a good student in school, and it helped me have opportunities later. So I think one thing that I would recommend is do your best in school. It just helps you in the future. The second thing that I would recommend, which I learned over the years, is try to volunteer your time to people who need it, because it helps you understand that not everybody is as fortunate, and it helps you to become a better person. The third thing that I recommend is don't be afraid to fail. A lot of people don't try things because they're afraid to fail, but I think you don't learn a lot if you don't take those chances, and it's worth it in the end, because even if you do fail, at least you learn something for the next time. My name is Scott Williams. I work as Marketing Communications Specialist from Diagnostic and Monitoring Solutions at Omicron in Berlin. I think what I like best about my job is that I can be creative, finding new ways to write about products, for example, to present them. And I like to solve problems through communication. I think that when you work in marketing communications, you're producing a lot of things that you can look at, that you can read, something you can hold in your hand or watch, like a video. And it's always pleasing to see the end result, because you know that you created it, whether yourself or with a team, and that brings a lot of satisfaction. There are a lot of potential limitations that come up when you start a job. The level of work, sometimes it can seem to be a lot, especially in the beginning when you're learning new things and you still have to produce results. All I can say is hang in there. It's worth the effort, because the time you take in the beginning pays off in the end in the experience that you gain. Another area or a possible limitation are working with different types of other people and criticism, dealing with criticism. That's a hard one a lot of times, because we always want to do our best job. Oftentimes people don't give us that impression, but believe in yourself. Omicron is an international company. That means we are worldwide, and we supply the electrical power industry with measurement, diagnostic, and monitoring solutions to help them understand if their equipment is running properly. What I actually do is I create concepts for communication and ways of promoting those products, which is then used by our different regions to promote the products in their areas. With a particular product, for example, we want to look at who is the audience who uses the product, what's important to them, and we communicate what the most important benefits are for using that product, how the product is best used, and also the results that someone can get from it. And I do that through advertising, public relations, for example, a press release, support at exhibitions, writing articles. A lot of travel is not required because we do a lot of video conferencing and electronic type meetings, which brings us closer together, but yet we're still far apart. A typical day is planned with definite projects that we're working on, but there's also a lot of spontaneous things that come up, requests from people who need support in terms of marketing and communications. I've been working for over 25 years, about 28 years, and always in the field of communications. I studied journalism in college along with communications studies. So I learned how to communicate one-on-one in groups, cross-cultural, and then I thought that was a very good complement to my journalism. I love to write, and that was important for me. And I went to a very good school. I come from the United States, and I was educated in the United States. Went to a very good journalism school and communications school in the state of Iowa. And my career moved me back to California, where I grew up. And there I worked in Silicon Valley in the high-tech industry for many years, in the computer industry, semiconductor industry, but most importantly, which applies to where I am now, I also worked several years in the power industry and developed a lot of experience. And then one day I decided that I wanted to try something new, so I moved to Europe and specifically to Germany. But I continued to work in high-tech throughout periods, and I had various positions, also leadership positions, and I decided that I really like to create the most, and the job that I have now at Omicron allows me to write and do the things in terms of creating communications that I really like to do. I've been at Omicron for under 2 years. I'm coming up on 2 years in February. Yes, I'm sure that somebody could do the job that I do. I think it's important to try new things. I take pride in the fact that I learn to do the things that I do, and I think it's important to have a background in writing, in visual communications such as graphics. You can have knowledge about a product, but knowing how to communicate them in words and pictures requires a certain education and experience.